Once upon a time in a magical land called Rainbow Valley, all the colors of the rainbow lived happily together. There was the color red who loved to dance, the color orange who loved to sing, yellow who loved to play games, green who loved to read books, and so on. And everyone lived in harmony except for Indigo. Indigo hated everyone. They were too loud, too happy. They never shut up. That is why Indigo decided to move out of Rainbow Valley and started living in the clouds all alone.
Ho, ho, ho!
One day, Yellow noticed that something strange was going on. The flowers that used to be yellow were now white. The birds that used to be red were now gray. And even the delicious custard apples that grew on the rainbow tree were now brown. What was happening? Yellow couldn't understand. So they decided to ask Indigo because they used to be best friends before Indigo moved out. But when Yellow knocked on their door, they saw something that made them gasp. Indigo's whole house was dark. All the walls, furniture, and curtains were pitch black.
Ho, ho, ho!
And inside, Indigo was lying on their bed looking very sad. Indigo, what happened? Why is everything so dark? Asked Yellow. I don't know, Indigo said sadly. I woke up this morning and everything was like this. It's like someone erased the color blue from the world. Yellow gasped. Could this be possible? All the flowers, fruits, and even animals of Rainbow Valley had some blue in them. So if blue disappeared, then everything would become colorless. Yellow needed to find the lost color blue and fast.
Ho, ho, ho!
So Yellow ran as fast as they could to the rainbow tree. Oh, rainbow tree, please help me. The color blue has been lost and everything is becoming colorless. Please help me find it, cried Yellow. The rainbow tree rustled its leaves. I know who can help you, little one. Go to the whispering waterfall and ask the oldest raindrop there. They will help you find your answer. As soon as Yellow heard this, they thanked the rainbow tree and went on their way. Along the way, they met a little ladybug who was crying.
Ho, ho, ho!
Why are you sad, little bug? Asked Yellow. I don't know, the ladybug replied. I woke up this morning and realized I wasn't red anymore. I used to be red, you know, like the brightest red. But now I'm just plain black and white. Yellow understood that this was also because of the missing color blue. So they told the ladybug about their quest and asked if she would like to join them. Of course, the ladybug happily agreed. After walking for a while, Yellow and the ladybug reached the whispering waterfall.
Ho, ho, ho!
As the water fell from the mountain, it made a sound like someone whispering secrets. And as Yellow approached it, they felt a strong, cool breeze on their face. It was so refreshing. But Yellow knew that they didn't have time to rest. So, after taking a deep breath, Yellow asked the waterfall, Oh, wise waterfall, please help me. The color blue has been lost and everything is becoming colorless. Can you help me find it? The waterfall whispered, To find the lost color, you must first find the rainbow fish swimming in the sky river.
Ho, ho, ho!
Only they know where the color blue is. Yellow knew that the sky river was very far away. So they asked the wise waterfall for a boat. Here you go, said the wise waterfall, giving Yellow a leaf that looked like a boat. Hop in and let the current take you to the sky river. Yellow and the ladybug sat in the leaf boat, and soon they were floating down the stream. After a while, they heard beautiful singing. At first, it sounded far away, but as they floated, it became louder and louder.
Ho, ho, ho!
Soon they saw a beautiful blue bird sitting on a tree singing a lovely song. Excuse me, said Yellow. Could you please tell us where we can find the rainbow fish? The bluebird tilted its head and said, "I am the last bluebird left in Rainbow Valley. The color blue has been lost for quite some time now. So, if you want to find the rainbow fish, you must cross the cloudy mountains and go to the other side of the valley." After thanking the bluebird, Yellow and the ladybug continued their journey.
Ho, ho, ho!
Soon they reached the foot of the cloudy mountains. The mountains were so tall and the path was so steep that Yellow knew they could never go up. So they looked around for another way. That's when they saw a tunnel carved into the side of the mountain. "Wow, this must lead us to the other side," said Yellow. So they and the ladybug entered the tunnel. On the other side, they found themselves in a beautiful place. The sky was filled with sparkling stars and a big, bright moon.
Ho, ho, ho!
It looked like nighttime here. But when Yellow checked their watch, they realized it was still daytime. This place must be very far from Rainbow Valley. "Maybe the rainbow fish live here," said Yellow. As they walked deeper into this magical place, they saw a little firefly trapped inside a spiderweb. "Excuse me," said Yellow, "but could you please tell us where we can find the rainbow fish?" The firefly turned around and said, "I am the last firefly left in Rainbow Valley. The color blue has been lost for quite some time now.
Ho, ho, ho!
If you want to find the rainbow fish, you need to keep going straight until you reach the end of the starlight path. They will be waiting for you there." Thanking the firefly, Yellow and the ladybug continued on their way. At the end of the starlight path, Yellow and the ladybug saw a beautiful sight. In front of them was a lake with crystal clear water. In the middle of the lake, Yellow saw 7 colorful fish swimming around. These must be the rainbow fish. Yellow swam over and said, "Hello, I am looking for the color blue."
Ho, ho, ho!
"Have you seen it?" One of the rainbow fish, who was pink, spoke. "We are the rainbow fish, and the color blue is one of us. But the color blue is very shy and hides all the time. To find them, you need to explore the 7 colors of our scales." Yellow knew that they only had one chance to find the color blue, so they carefully examined each scale. On the orange scale, they saw a small ray of light. On the yellow scale, they saw a tiny spark. On the green scale, they saw a leaf. On the indigo scale, they saw a small cloud.
Ho, ho, ho!
On the violet scale, they saw a flower. On the red scale, they saw a delicious apple. But when they looked at the blue scale, they saw nothing. Where was the color blue? Yellow searched and searched, but the color blue was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, the blue fish said, "Hey, look, the color blue is right here." Yellow looked where the blue fish was pointing. And oh my goodness, they had been looking for the color blue all along. All this time, the color blue had been with them.
Ho, ho, ho!
But because Yellow was so busy looking for the color blue, they hadn't noticed it. "I'm sorry, color blue," said Yellow. "I didn't know you were here. I was so focused on finding you that I forgot to look around." Color blue shook their head and said, "It's okay. But now it's time to go home. The longer we stay here, the more colorless Rainbow Valley becomes." And so, with the help of the rainbow fish, Yellow and the ladybug returned to Rainbow Valley. They took the color blue back to its home, and everything slowly began to return to normal.
Ho, ho, ho!
The flowers became yellow again, the birds became red again, and the custard apples became brown again. Everyone in Rainbow Valley was so happy to have their colors back. Yellow and the ladybug were also very happy. They had brought the color blue back and made everyone happy. And that's when Yellow noticed something amazing. They had started their journey as a single color, but now they were a mix of all colors. This is the true power of friendship and teamwork. Together, They are stronger than they are apart.
Ho, ho, ho!
From that day on, Yellow and Indigo became best friends again. They learned that working together is always better than being alone. And that's the end of this story. Now it's time for you to imagine your own color adventure. What would you do if one of the colors disappeared? Who would you meet on your adventure? And what would you learn at the end? Think about it and draw a picture. Share your story with your friends and family. And remember, you can always find the lost color if you use your imagination and believe in yourself.
Ho, ho, ho!